Hey everybody, how are you? Happy July 1st, happy Canada Day. And I wanted to just hop on. It's my birthday today. And I ended up with a random hour free. And I wanted to share with you a symbol that has taught me, impacted me, whatever, guides me. I work with symbols a lot. And so I want to share this one with you. It's called the UNALOME symbol. And it is a Buddhist symbol for kind of the journey of life. And I love how symbols are so multidimensional. They speak to us in many different ways. And so this is a painting that I have done recently. And I just have it like sitting here on the floor because I want to hang it on that door that's open right there, but I haven't quite found the proper adhesive yet. So this is the symbol, and the idea is, hi Anne, I'm introducing the UNALOME symbol, which is a symbol that I love to work with, and I use symbols to kind of stimulate or activate different awareness, and they're really, really good at doing that. So one of the things I teach in my coaching training and for my clients is how to work with symbols. So this is one of my favorites. So I thought on July 1st here I would pop in and share it with you. So the idea is that this point here in the middle of the spiral is the beginning, a beginning. It can mean whatever you want. Hey, Mandy. But for me, I'll just share my interpretation, and then I would love for you to Google UNALOME. It's UNALOME, and see what comes up for you. So let's just say this is your birth. It's my birthday. Your birth on this planet in this physical meat suit. And then the journey of life is such that we have these life experiences, right? And so I imagine that it's like our awareness, our life experience spirals out and out and out on this physical plane. And then at some point in the journey, you become aware of the opportunity to rise above, to raise your vibration. Maybe that's the point where you understand that there is this whole other level that you are living on that is energetic and one of consciousness, right? Just like how we can all look at any situation and see it differently. So it's like, okay, so there's this thing called attitude, and there's this thing called mindset, and there's this thing called intention. You know, that's kind of what it feels to me. It's like the spiraling out is expanding your experience in the physical realm, and then you get to the point where you start expanding your experience in kind of more of a consciousness, subtle, invisible, energetic, spiritual realm. And what I love about it is that so we're rising up, and then there's this kind of little back loop. So you see they go up, and then it circles back. And so I don't know if any of you have ever experienced those kinds of ahas, and then something seems to happen that almost like gets you even more frustrated or feeling, it's like, what? I thought I was past this, or, it's just that kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I feel like it's kind of an adjustment period, right? Like all of us, any of you watching this, I know we're all idealists, right? And so we have these ahas. Maybe you expect like everyone to get it with you or whatever, and then there's kind of this little reality check, but then you still choose. And you can see how this narrows. So like the first ones are going way out here, way to the edge of the canvas. And then they get narrower and narrower. And that refers to like your reaction to things. Maybe it's like, oh, I'm so excited, so good. I had so much success. And then, oh, I had so much failure and I'm so sad. So instead of riding that emotional roller coaster, you're just like, wow, that was really great. And that was really difficult. I learned a lot, right? So you're not like getting yanked energetically back and forth. And so, okay, Mandy, so this has been your symbol for years, right? I know. Like I want to get it tattooed right here. Right now I have just a temporary tattoo of a feather, but I kind of want an UNALOME right there. Or what if what it represents, it does also go with the lotus. Yeah. So this is representing that these ahas and your life experience, emotional experience becomes more and more centered, right? Like less and less can get you off center. And then it just goes all the way up, all the way up to the end. It's not really an end, right? But the dot at the top, which is just pure oneness and being. Hi, David. Hi, you guys. So I just, I'm like doing this lazy floor thing here. So I just took us through, and I think you can watch the replay, right? I just took us through a journey of this sacred symbol, the UNALOME symbol. That is a painting I just did. Let me write it in here. UNALOME. Yeah, there we go. So this is a sacred symbol for the journey of life. It's a Buddhist symbol, I think. And I painted this recently. I paint symbols to kind of connect to their awareness, their lesson, the knowing. And so I invite you to Google the symbol. So this is on an unstretched canvas that I did in Vermont, so it's all rolled up still. So the life journey is such that we start, so say this is the point of conception or birth, and then we spiral out into this physical world and have this physical experience, and then at some point we understand that the physical experience is maybe just really a foundation for a more subtle, energetic experience that's more determined by consciousness, and our consciousness kind of goes to these extremes until it narrows and narrows in a good way, like centers and centers, until it gets back to the dot, which is the point of oneness and union. And anyway, so I just thought I'd pop in and share that symbol with you. It's been, thank you, Anne. It's been on my floor here for a while because it's just kind of like medicine. And if any of you are like, oh, I could never paint that, I would beg to differ. I think you could paint this. And the point is more so than creating an amazing painting, I'm going to wave to you guys, is to connect to this practice that that will give you your own access to your own guidance and wisdom, right? Like literally painting a symbol is like reading a book. Thank you, David. And it's your wisdom that you're accessing. Like what I get from the UNALOME and what the Google says you get from the UNALOME doesn't have to be what you get from the UNALOME. Like you may get a totally different experience. You may identify, like for example, this past week, I've had so much energy around in result from Hannah Gadsby's Netflix special called Nanette. And it's just about really basically the rise of the feminine in all of us. Like, David, you have feminine power and wisdom within you that hasn't been like nurtured and encouraged, right? So we all have that. And so I've been like super emotional. So I've been this week, I've been way over here back and forth. And in the process of kind of working through those emotions is, I think, summarized in this UNALOME. Like, so just this week, maybe I've gone through the whole process. I'm actually doing a live event tomorrow, and I'll stream it. Maybe I'll stream it here as well. Just having a conversation with people. It's just a conversation because I was so taken over. If you have not watched the show Nanette on Netflix by Hannah Gadsby, she's an Australian comedian, and it is an incredibly powerful performance. So anyway, today, July 1st, is brought to you by the UNALOME. I encourage you to look it up or revisit it and see what wisdom it has to offer to you today. Sending you lots of love. Happy day. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye.